I'm Pastor Chad Bresson. It's been a while. Pastor Chad Bresson here at the Table Church in San Benito, Texas. Thought this would be the perfect time to talk about grace, rhythms of grace, as the sun goes down. We were in John chapter 14 on Sunday and here at the table. And the whole passage is comfort. We don't typically look at the passage as comfort, at least in the manner that Jesus presented it, I think. John chapter 14, for us, a lot of it is apologetics. You know, that's where the famous passage is, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And of course, that's a very important verse. But that verse was given in comfort. The whole thing starts off with Jesus saying, don't let your hearts be troubled. Don't let your hearts be bothered. That's what I want to leave you with this evening. As the sun goes down, that's our rhythms of grace. Whatever's going on in your life, whatever's happening this week, whatever happened today, don't let your heart be troubled. You believe in God? Believe also in me. Jesus has a double believe there. And what he wants us to see there is don't stop believing. When I say that, immediately the song comes to mind, which is kind of interesting because that song doesn't really tell us what to believe in. But here in John 14, believe in God, believe in me. And he's welding those two things together with a double belief. Believe. Don't stop believing, no matter what else is going on in your life. Don't stop believing in me. Jesus says that he is going. He's telling his disciples there. It's the last night before he's going to a trial and then to the cross. He says, I'm going someplace you can't go, but where I'm going, I'm going to prepare a place for you. He says, I'm in my Father's house are many rooms. Now, we grew up singing that song, I've Got a Mansion Just Over the Hilltop, and that's the result of the King James Version for us. It's really rooms. He's going to prepare a dwelling place. That's the actual term here. In fact, toward the end of this section, Jesus says that me and my Father are going to come to you, and you will be our dwelling place. Our dwelling place. That's comfort. That's rest. That's grace. Grace is when God comes to dwell with us, and he has no reason to. I have no idea why he'd want to dwell with me. I don't deserve that. But God moved heaven and earth to dwell with us. It's the story of the whole Bible. It starts in Genesis, where God is dwelling with his people, Adam and Eve. Now, they mess it up. But he goes immediately back to work to establish this relationship. And we talk about relationship all the time, and relationship's a big deal, but please hear this. That relationship isn't simply us and God at some distance. The relationship is God coming to dwell with us. Jesus, Emmanuel, dwelling among us and dwelling with us. That's his promise. That's his promise in John 14. That's his promise to you this evening as the sun goes down. That's grace. He moved heaven and earth. He came to earth to do just that. Again, he's talking about this dwelling place. He's talking about God. He's talking about his Father and himself coming to make a dwelling place in that moment. It's the worst night of the disciples' life. And he's giving them comfort. I've done all of this. I'm doing all of this so that I can dwell with you forever. Of course, Revelation 21:22, pick up a Bible, go look at that. You got the same theme in Revelation 21:3. At the end of all things, God's saying, you know what? This is what this whole thing was about. It's what the Bible's about. It's what history is about. It's about me dwelling with people. So no matter what else is going on in your life, rest easy this evening. That's your rhythms of grace. You are unconditionally and unstoppably loved by Jesus. He always, always has you. He promised in John 14. Have a great evening.